Are you stuck on finding the perfect niche that's not only perfect for you, but is also money making? Well, watch this video because I'm about to reveal my 4-step process to niching. For the best advice on how to become a desirable must-have coach in the market, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so that you get notified every time a video drops every single week. Hey guys, my name is Jen Hall and I'm the best-selling author of the business book Expert Unrivaled for coaches and experts who want to be the most desirable must-have option in the market. And I am truly excited to share my 4-step niching formula with you today so you can start finding the perfect niche that's aligned with you, your purpose, and is also money-making. Finding your niche is one of the most excruciating struggles that you can come up against when you decide that you want to become a coach, expert, or consultant. Niche fear is a very real thing. Well, at least it is in my world. I've helped hundreds of entrepreneurs to find their money-making niche, and the same things come up time and time again. Two of the biggest blockers to finding your niche is the first one, which is being scared that you're going to cut out your market. Now, the thing is, you're not cutting out opportunity. If anything, you're maximizing on opportunity. Because if you don't have a fine-tuned message that speaks to an individual, you don't have a message or a business at all. Because your message will be falling upon deaf ears. Everyone is no one in business. So you may as well stick a stake in the sand and pick. Secondly, people get scared that they might choose the wrong thing. Now, the thing that I have to tell you about this is it really doesn't matter, because when you follow your passion, you cannot go wrong. Even if you do decide that you want to change it, it's your life, it's your business. You get to decide, but you're not going to get anywhere unless you decide and you pick and you stick. So now we've got niche fear out of the way, it's time to dive deeper into my 4-step process. Step 1, go deep with the who. Now, I'll explain a bit about what the heck I mean by this. So when it comes down to your niche, or let's call this your micro niche, because this is really important that you go as deep as possible. Because if you stay floating on the surface as, say, a health coach, a business coach, a life coach, no one really knows what you do. There is no specialism, there is no result to marketing yourself at that level. We have to go really, really deep to actually start resonating with a particular person. So when I talk about going deep with the who, I'm talking about finding out the exact individual that you are the most perfect person to serve and help. So when we think about the niching process and looking at who it is that we're serving, we have to go 3 layers deep. So fingers crossed at this point you would have some kind of idea at what broad level it is that you want to sit at, whether perhaps that's in health, wealth, or the relationship market. Okay, those tend to be the 3 main markets that you will sit in, and possibly if you're at that added level of clarity and going a bit deeper, you might think, oh well, I might straddle a couple of those markets, and that's totally fine. But let's think of the main umbrella in which you sit under. Let's start with the broad. Let's start with are you a health coach, a life coach, a business coach, an executive coach, or whatever coach that you think you might fit into. But then we want to start going another layer deep. So let's, for instance, pick for example's sake, a health coach. So a health coach will need to go another layer. So in health, there are so many different things that you could be looking at. You could be looking at weight loss. You could be looking at hormones. And even within those two markets of people who need help with either weight loss or need help with their hormones, that could be an array of different types of people with various different types of sub problems. So let's take the health coach who wants to now help with weight loss specifically, okay? But as we just said, the weight loss market is still going to be humongous. So let's bring it right down and look at the best person that you are perfect to serve. Now, let's just say you have been struggling with diabetes all your life. Or perhaps not struggling, but it's something that you've had to deal with. It's something that you've mastered. Now, if you are a diabetic, there are going to be other diabetic people out there who need to have help with weight loss. So the reason I sometimes use this example is because, bless my dad, he has type 1 diabetes and he has done since he was young. And he's in a position now where he's had a few health problems, not only with his diabetes, but with his heart. And he's in a crucial state now where he needs to lose weight. But he's not going to be wanting to choose just anybody. He's going to want to pick the person who is best suited to help him with his specific situation. So if you take you as the example as a potential ideal client, it may give you as a clue as to who it is that you want to serve. So if we take that example of you wanted to help people with weight loss, and if you've had to deal with diabetes and weight loss, then maybe that's the person who you are best suited to serve. Now, let's say that you are also male. You know that the male gender may struggle with weight in a slightly different way to a woman. I don't know if that's the case at all. I have no clue. I'm not a health coach. But let's just say that was the case. Then you would narrow it down even further to say that you're going to help people who are male, are diabetic, and need to lose weight. And you are able to specialize in helping people with that because you are, say, maybe you're qualified, maybe you've been through the same journey, and various other life experiences and skills that you've picked up along the way, which best equip you to be the right person to help that particular person. Now, as I mentioned in another video on the most profitable niches, I do drop a mega truth bomb, and it's worth giving that a watch. Basically, I go through the reasons why you really shouldn't be picking what you think would be the most profitable or the most popular. So go ahead and watch that to get some more information. But it's really important that you are aligned with the person that you are looking to help, and it's really important that you bring it down to that real deep 3-layer level so that you know exactly who it is that you are helping, and they are able to self-identify and build trust in you as an expert, as a specialist. They know that your expertise are going to fit their situation like a glove. If you want to know the exact steps to find your money-making niche and become a profitable specialist, make sure you download my free Find Your Money-Making Niche workbook below to start carving out your expert status. Step number 2, the Success Island. Now, this is a niching term that I coined a couple of years ago. And basically, the Success Island is about looking at who it is that you want to serve and figuring out their Success Island, where they want to get to, the ultimate goal, ultimate destination that would make them stupidly happy to achieve. Now, yes, it does need to be that amazing. Success Island is not mediocre in the slightest. The Success Island for your ideal client is somewhere where they are truly happy, truly accomplished, and absolutely in awe of how far they've come to achieve the result that they want to achieve. Now, this is really important to nail because people buy on two bases. They buy upon an emotional urge. So they make an emotional decision that they really want to get involved with buying from whoever it is for whatever reason that might be. And they secondly base their decision on logic. But as I mentioned, the first urge comes from that emotional connection, and the Success Island is all tied up in that emotional connection. Like I said, it's where they feel their best. They're so excited to get there. So we need to figure out, what is that Success Island for your ideal client? What are they going to feel when they get there? What are they going to have had to achieve once they're there? What do they have? Who are they with? Get really, really crystal clear on the detail of what's going on for them on that Success Island. Remember, it's all about emotion. And even more than that, I'm about to blow your mind right now, okay? So people really only buy things that upholds a reputation or create an identity that they want to create. So let's put this into context. Let's think about the reason why you buy the clothes that you buy. Okay, maybe you have a certain style. Maybe it's a bohemian style because that's the identity that you want to portray. Not necessarily because you care what other people think, but that's what you want. You want to give off that identity. I always use this other example of my other half, Andy. He runs a company called Evertrack, helping to take people to Everest Base Camp. And his ideal client is someone who, well, in fact, he has two ideal clients. So he's got somebody who is trying to uphold the reputation of being an adventurer. So maybe he's already in his local hiking club, cycling club, but he wants to go that one step further. You know, he doesn't want to be the person that just does the stuff locally. He wants to be the person that does something amazing that can come back and tell the story to his friends. Then you have, on the other hand, you've got a different ideal client that Andy serves, which is somebody who sees that person and goes, wow, I want to be that person. I'm sick of sitting behind my laptop. I'm overweight. I'm done with the 9 to 5 run-of-the-mill stuff, and I want to escape the office. And I can see Joe over there and he's doing something incredible. I'm going with him because I want to be that person. So can you see that people move towards things that either create the identity they want to achieve or that upholds a reputation? So go ahead and start looking at your ideal client's Success Island. Who do they want to be? What reputation are they upholding? What do they want to have achieved? What's going on for them? How do they feel? What do they have? Who are they with? And what's this amazing transformation that is about to occur? Step number 3, the problem. No problem, no business. It's really, really important that you recognize that you must be solving a problem for your ideal client. Yes, you might perhaps move further towards the outcome than necessarily solving a problem, or perhaps you might be somebody who is more heavily laid on the problem and it's the outcome you're struggling with. But you do have to realize that you need both. You can't just have one or the other. You need to have a place where they're starting and a place where they end, an A to B scenario. So make sure that you understand what it is that you're solving for your clients. Now, I'll give you one more little tip about the problems. There will probably be both an external problem and an internal problem. Well, not probably, there will be. And people are more motivated to solve internal problems. And so let me give you the best example that I could possibly give you around this strategy and how it all works. And I know that FedEx famously said that when they realized that they were actually selling peace of mind, instead of getting a product from one end to another, they suddenly hit success. Now, what do they really mean by this is that their clients really want to know that their products are going to get where they need to go, that they know that it's going to get there definitely, and that it's also going to get there on time. That's peace of mind. That's the internal concern that they need to have solved. Yes, it's about delivering from A to B, but the internal problem is the bigger one. So when you're thinking about the problem that it is that you're solving, have a good think about both the external, because the external ties into the logical reason, because they need to be able to justify why they're spending money, but equally it needs again to be tied into that emotional need on that internal problem side of things to really help them understand and want to buy from you. So let's use the example that we used earlier on around the weight loss. So if we think about this weight loss coach who helps male diabetics, they may have specific problems in terms of mindset around losing weight. Again, I don't know, I'm not a male, I'm not a health coach, but perhaps that might be the case. It also might be the case that obviously being diabetic, there are slightly different concerns and difficulties that come into play. So whilst the fact it is that the problem you're solving is that they've put on weight, there is also the added problems of the fact that they're diabetic. There may be other complications. So make sure you really think about the who are you helping, and what is the problem that they truly need solving, and perhaps what are the added problems that come as part and parcel for them specifically in their situation. Step number 4, the outcome. Now, some of you may be getting confused and going, well, hold on, didn't we cover the outcome in the Success Island? Now, yes and no. Now, the difference between the solid outcome and the Success Island is that the solid outcome really serves as a puzzle piece to building a bridge across towards that Success Island. Now, what you're doing here is when you're giving somebody that solid puzzle piece, they may not get to their Success Island immediately, but it will get them closer. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't talk about the Success Island, because so many people feel out of integrity talking about that amazing place that they're going to end up heading towards and getting to, when they know that the solid outcome that they're going to be giving them won't immediately help them to jump directly there. Now, in some cases it does. In some cases that puzzle piece is immediately before the Success Island, which is great. But for those of you who are thinking, okay, well, my puzzle piece is really only maybe at the beginning stages. So you need to be thinking about your ideal client as somebody who will be sitting somewhere along the journey, and you need to think about where are they sitting on that journey, and you will realize that there will become a tipping point. So depending on where they are in the journey, so if they're way behind in their journey, then they're only going to be able to see so far ahead. So think about what actually their Success Island really does look like, and also realize that they may be stuck more in the problem than they are on the Success Island. So it may be that when you market yourself, that you talk more about the problem than you do about the Success Island. Yes, you mention it, yes, you get them emotionally involved with it, but you kind of lay heavily on more on one than the other. But they suddenly reach this kind of tipping point whereby as they start to get closer towards that Success Island, the golden carrot really becomes the motivator. The Success Island becomes that golden carrot. That's where they really want to get to. So we need to think about where they are in the journey, and what is that solid puzzle piece, that solid outcome that you are going to give somebody. And basically it's that logical reason. Why is somebody paying you money? What is that solid result? And we need to try and make it as solid as possible. Now, as coaches and experts and consultants, sometimes, in fact a lot of the time, it's very difficult to try and make these things tangible. Now, the best way I can describe to make what it is that you're giving these people tangible and solid is to say, okay, how will they be able to measure that they have got it? How will they know that they've got the thing that I said that I'm going to give to them? And you need to give it words. So let's say when I work with some of my clients, we specifically focus on understanding who their ideal client is, their micro niche. So they will be able to do certain things. They will be able to know in detail this 4-step process that I'm going through with you now. They will be able to identify exactly who it is that they're speaking to, and they should be able to write marketing copy that truly hits a spot and helps them to resonate with their ideal client, to attract and convert. They should be able to understand, they should be able to label who they are, they should be able to label the exact problem. So you can see, you can kind of make what the intangible may seem to be tangible. So wherever you can, create a kind of a tick list. This is what you should be able to achieve. Now, something Brendon Burchard said that's always stuck with me is that people get stuck on the benefits. And he said, yes, benefits are very, very important, but never forget you're selling features and benefits, not just benefits. And features are very, very important. And this really ties into your solid outcome. It's kind of your features. What are you giving somebody? What tools are you imparting? What's the kind of utilitarian, is that a word? Utilitarian purpose. What's useful about what it is that you're giving them? Because they need to be able to justify in their heads why they're going to pay you money. So what is it that's tangible? What features are you selling? And what are the benefits that come off the back of those features? And how is it going to help them get them to the success island that they truly are gunning for? Well, now you know my 4-step coaching formula that I take all of my clients through to discover their perfect niche. But wait, how do you know it's going to be profitable? Well, make sure you watch my Profitable Coaching Niches Truth Bomb video to find out the truth on making sure that your niche is money making. Also, don't forget to download the Find Your Money Making Niche workbook, which you can find in the description of this video. Make sure you download that because it contains a secret 5th step, which is really going to help to draw out your unique stance on your niche and truly help you to stand out of the saturation. And if you wanted to join a community of entrepreneurs just like you, I have an exclusive group, Unrivaled Experts, where I share up-to-date tips and challenges to help you become an unrivaled, desirable, must-have expert. Make sure you join us using the link in the description, and I can't wait to see you in there. Well, if you liked this video, pop me a like on the video below. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel and that you share it with your fellow entrepreneurs. And please, if you really did find this helpful, please pop me a comment below with the word helpful or anything else that you want to discuss or any questions you have. Speak to you again soon.